is not perfectly straight, it's slanted. Water is coming from like this, and water is coming from like this. It's going in this direction, and water is also going in this direction. Now let's call this situation A, and let's call this situation B. Now, if you look at the two situations, you observe that if water is falling here, A will be faster compared to B. B will be less faster. If water is falling from here, the speed of the water will be faster, while the speed here will not be fast compared to this. You get it? It's not say the water will not flow, but the speed in situation B will be lower than the speed in situation A. So I say it's less faster. Now watch. Now look up. The major reason why water is flowing in the two situations is because there is what we call height difference, or difference in height. There is height difference. If there is no height difference, this water will not flow. Let's assume the surface is flat, perfectly flat. Don't mind my diagram, okay? So let's assume the situation is perfectly flat and water drops. You understand? The water will just drop, but the slanting of the two positions in A and B will make the water to flow. You understand? Now watch. So height difference is the main reason behind the flow of the water. The height difference between this and this is the main reason behind the flow of the water. Now listen. If you watch the difference in height here, this place, let's call here A, and let's call here B. Look at the height. Look at this one. Let's call this A, and let's call this B. You see that the height difference here is small compared to this one. This one has a high height difference. This one has a low height difference. What you need to understand here is that the higher the difference in height, the higher the height difference, let's write it as HD. You get the point now? The higher the flow. That is, if the height difference is high, the flow will be high. If the height difference here is small, if you replace this place with small height difference, this will also mean small flow. That the speed will be low. You get my point now? So what I want you to really understand is that in flow of water, if water must flow, it must be controlled by the height difference. That's difference in height. You get the point? And if the height difference is high, the flow will also be high. If the height difference is small, the flow will also be small. That's the relationship you need to understand. Now, look up. Let's assume we want to state it mathematically. We can say that there is relationship between height difference and flow. Height difference and flow. We can say that height difference is directly proportional to flow. You understand? When we say height difference is directly proportional to flow, if this one is high, this one is also high. If this one is low, this one is also low. That is, if height difference is high, like in this case now, flow will also be high. And if for any reason height difference is